Today, we're taking a deep dive into the Glamlite lip kit controversy that started in December 2024. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Stacy. I feature unfiltered makeup opinions, honest reviews. I do tutorials, and I also have the Unfiltered series, which is this series right here, where we talk about controversial topics that I have a humble opinion on, and it sometimes has to do with the makeup space, sometimes it doesn't have to do with the makeup space, or it's kind of like a correlation with the makeup space. And I sit down, I do my makeup, and we chat about this specific topic. Today we are going to be talking about the Glamlite lip kit controversy that started in December of 2024. In true unfiltered fashion, I'm just going to be using my Shop My Stash items, and I will try leaving in the description box down below the items that I used, but definitely go check out my Shop My Stash video here on my channel. If you guys like content like this, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button, and we're going to start talking about the Glamlite lip kit controversy that started in 2024 and is finally kind of come to a close. Maybe, I don't know if you would say it's come to a close, but yes, we're going to start. Let's talk about this controversial topic. I'm actually going to pause for a second, and we're going to talk about Glamlite, the brand. Just give you a little bit of background on this brand. It was founded in 2018 by a woman named Giselle Hernandez. She was a beauty entrepreneur who wanted to create a brand that celebrated inclusivity, creativity, self-expression, and she was inspired by her love for food. Actually, one of her viral product launches was a viral pizza palette, which actually was like designed like a piece of pizza. And it also included like very vibrant shades. It was just a very cutting edge, fun way to approach makeup. The success of her pizza palette launched Glamlite into the beauty industry, and it made them well known for like their playful color stories and their fun makeup like designs in general. She designed like a cake palette. She designed a hamburger palette. Like, she had so many like food launches, and she has since gone on to launch other collections like a Hershey's collection. She did a Scooby-Doo collection. She did a Kiss collection. Like, she's done quite a few launches with different collaborations as well. And she's also done a lot of influencer collaborations, one of them being Michaela Noguera, who's really well known over in the TikTok space. And she did a collaboration with Michaela. Glamlite has definitely made a name for themselves in the makeup industry, and they are independently owned and operated. They're not under like an umbrella company like Estee Lauder or Morphe or anything like that. They are independently owned, operated. They're a small operation, and they are run by Giselle and her team. Let's talk about the lip kit controversy and what happened, because honestly, this is a very interesting story. And as a marketing professional, there are a lot of key takeaways from this story. But first, I wanted to go through the timeline of events to really educate you on what happened with this specific situation. Let's go through the timeline. So on December 9th of 2024, a customer named Mia purchased several lip glosses, like several lip kit collections from Glamlite. It was their Dessert Lips collection. Upon receiving her order, she noticed that some of the lip gloss tubes appeared to be empty or nearly empty, and so she contacted Glamlite's customer service. Now, the next day, she was not impressed by Glamlite's like response to the situation at all. So she takes to TikTok. She uploads a video that showcases the product that she received of the empty lip gloss tubes. And she expresses her dissatisfaction for the way that Glamlite and their customer service handled the entire situation. And the video goes viral. She also claims that every single time she tries to leave a review, they blocked her, they removed her reviews, and she was very dissatisfied with that as well.
I'm opening my Glamlite kits, and this is ridiculous. What are we paying for? For an empty tube? Like, I love Glamlite, but what the hell, Glamlite? Hey, I ordered 3 sets of each of these, and that's crazy. There's like no product in any of these. I haven't even tried them, but I'm severely disappointed. And why are we paying for that price for absolutely nothing inside the glass containers? So as you guys know, I posted a video before this about the products I received from Glamlite and them not being filled, like pretty much empty tubes for the new dessert kits. And I did love Glamlite before this, but I'm honestly really pissed now because I left a review about it. They deleted my review so nobody can see it. And then they told me to send the products back for a refund so they can inspect the products themselves, even though I have a video proof of it. And yeah, they deleted the review so nobody can see it. So I posted another one. Shame on you guys, Glamlite. Shame on you guys. So guys, because I received empty products from Glamlite and I messaged them about it, and I left a review, they have blocked me. They deleted my review and they blocked anybody in my comment section who called them out as well. So shame on you guys. And the fact that I posted a video and I sent video proof of the empty products and they want me to send it so they can see for themselves. And then they went ahead and took my review off and blocked me. And anybody else who called them out, quite frankly, is shady AF. I loved Glamlite, but I will absolutely never be purchasing from them again. And I will be recommending that nobody else purchase from them again, because if you have an issue, they're going to block you and they're not going to give you good customer service. It is absolute bullshit what they're doing. By the way, I left another review because I ordered multiple of the same kits and I screenshot it this time. So when they delete that review as well, I'll be posting it for you guys to show you as proof, because that is bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and make another video since Glamlite wants to do this game. They sent me products with like nothing in them, the 6-piece dessert lip kit set. And I sent them a video and posted a video, and they blocked me, deleted my review, and then they blocked everybody else in my comments who called them out, as well as I had ordered 3 sets and I ordered some on different accounts. So I reviewed from those accounts and they completely took the 6-piece dessert kit set down. So nobody can see my reviews and nobody can review at all.
Upon this video going viral, customers were on Reddit, they were on social media feeds, they were on Glamlite's TikTok feed, they were on their Instagram, and basically they just blew up Glamlite all over the internet, voicing their distaste for the brand, further damaging the brand's reputation. And they also shared Mia's video, which has been deleted since, and we'll get into that, I promise. But anyway, if you check the description box, I will leave a link to one of the Reddit feeds down below, and it does have an 8-minute video from the original poster, Mia, with all of her videos combined into one, and it's about 8 minutes long if you want to go check that out. Consumers began flooding Glamlite's social media feeds, specifically TikTok, and they were making threats against the brand, like death threats and you should be canceled threats, and just very vulgar threats against the brand in general. Glamlite, in response to this, they shut off their mentions and their comments. This was in December of 2024.
People commenting on their page and them getting blocked. But I have screenshots of everything before they did all this. I have screenshots of my reviews. I have screenshots of the dessert kit being up and everything. So they're just playing this game and they're trying to sweep it under the rug. And no, Glamlite, you're not going to, because now I'm really pissed. You guys couldn't take accountability, and now you're just completely trying to hide everything, as well as me getting products with like nothing in them. And that is bullshit. absolute bullshit, and you will be exposed, Glamlite. So I just thought I'd make another video for a little update for everybody saying that they refunded me. They did say they refunded me. I haven't gotten it yet, but they told me this after my video went viral. And they are blocking still everybody messaging them about this. They turned off their comments. They deleted the 6-piece lip kit bundle so people can't see that. And they tried to tell me that it was already scheduled to come off anyways, but it came off right after I left bad reviews. So don't let them fool you guys. They treated me not well, and they completely ignored me for a while, and they blocked me.
And now when you think about a situation like this, like it's understandable that you would want to shut off comments and things like that if you are receiving that kind of rhetoric from consumers. But it also is a little bit sketchy that you as a brand are not responding to the customer at all. So we're going to jump forward to January of 2025, which is, not even a month ago. And mid-January, we finally hear from Glamlite's owner, Giselle, about the entire situation. Finally. This is like a month after the initial video came out and went viral, and everybody's been talking about it now. When you look at the original Reddit posts, it literally says that those original Reddit posts were made 2 months ago. So it's been quite a bit since we actually heard from the brand. And then finally, they spoke out about this entire situation. So in the video that Giselle posted, which I will showcase a little bit of it here for you.
Death threats over makeup. Let that sink in. The past month, my life has been literally a living hell. And it's time for me to expose the truth and talk about what happened, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen a situation that happened over a month ago. So a month ago, there was a video that went viral from a customer where she was exposing the brand, and she was like that we shipped her out empty lip glosses, and we refused to refund her, and we blocked her, and this whole situation went so viral here in the beauty community. So let's get into the situation, because it's so important for me to finally, now that I feel a little bit better than I did a month ago, I think it's time for me to talk about this. The customer contacted customer service support at 1:44 p.m. on December 9th and told us that she was experiencing issues as some of her lip glosses from the new dessert collection had came less than full. At 3:04 p.m., 3:04, please let that sink in. That's very important that you pay attention to the timestamp. Here are the screenshots where my customer service team responded immediately, issued an apology, offered to give her a full refund. We did everything that any other brand would do in the situation, which is to make it right by the customer. I honestly thought that the situation was okay. We handled it with grace. And then all of a sudden, the next day, I see that I'm being tagged in multiple videos saying, Glamlite blocked me, Glamlite's being shady, Glamlite's so unprofessional. And then something happened that I've never experienced. I've been here on social media for almost 10 years with my brand from when I used to sell selfie lights. I've never in my life have seen something like this. Within minutes, we were getting flooded with death threats in the comments, in the messages. People were like, we know where you work. We're going to come to your warehouse. We're going to kill you and your team. It was literally some of the most disgusting messages I've ever seen in my life. And in that moment, I did something that most brands shouldn't do. Most brands are not allowed to do. And that is we turn off our comments. So it was like, for the first time ever, this was me clocking out. I turned off our mentions. I turned off our comments. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach here some of the screenshots of a public statement that we made a few weeks ago. In addition to issuing the refund, we also had given that customer 18 complimentary lip kits. We refunded her for her other 3 orders. And it's crazy because even after we made it right, she was just telling people, oh, you're just fixing the situation because my video went viral. No, we actually made it right within an hour. The minute you contacted us, prior to you doing any viral videos, we already had done right by you, because that's who I am as a company. Every company is going to have its flaws. Every company is going to make mistakes. It's how you bounce back. And then in this time, I feel like we handled it with so much grace. My issue was,
so Giselle provided screenshots showing that the customer service team responded very promptly to Mia's complaint. She actually makes note in her video, as we saw, that Mia contacted customer support at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and her customer support team responded to her within like an hour to an hour and a half. They offered a refund, to send replacement products, and I believe they also offered to send like extra stuff for Mia. Also in this TikTok video that Giselle made for Glamlite, she also addressed the reason why they turned off commenting and mentions on their social media, specifically on TikTok. And this is what she explained: that they had to disable comments and block certain users to protect her team's safety and her safety, because the brand was getting death threats from users on the platform. She also went on to point out that because they ship from their own headquarters, they don't use a warehouse with a different address, that people who have bought from Glamlite before will be able to locate the brand's like headquarters and visit them. And she said that was pretty shocking, hearing people say that like they were going to come visit them and they wish they would die, and you should be canceled. And there was a lot of negative rhetoric going on around this entire situation, and people were being very, very vocal in very negative ways about this, that were more than just like cancel the brand, like they should take responsibility for it. These actions were taken to clarify the situation and demonstrate Glamlite's commitment to product quality and customer satisfaction. So at the end of the video that Giselle showcased on the Glamlite TikTok, she pretty much blew Mia's videos out of the water, proving that Glamlite had responded professionally and promptly to the entire situation, and that the reason why they didn't reply via social media and show receipts like this was because it had taken such a mental toll on the team because of all the death threats and things that they were getting when this entire situation came to light. Following Giselle's video, Mia, the original like poster of this like complaint and who started this entire controversy, she deleted her TikTok, which has sparked even further conversation and questions around like, okay, why? Like, what was the whole drive behind this? There are some key points and key takeaways from this entire controversy that I wanted to highlight on before I talk about what Glamlite should have done differently. So there are 3 main points that I wanted to pull up for you guys. One is product quality. So Mia's initial complaint centered around receiving lip glosses that were empty or near empty, which really rose concerns among consumers about Glamlite's quality control issues. So the second thing is the customer service response. And I wrote, while Mia claimed a lack of timely response for their customer service, Glamlite actually provided evidence of prompt communication and resolution efforts for the customer, which the customer left out of her story. But it was something that we did not find out about with this whole controversy until a month after the fact. So a lot of people, when this first came to light, they were very dissatisfied with the Glamlite customer service response too, because we didn't know the full truth. And number 3, public reaction. The situation escalated due to the viral nature of the TikTok videos by the customer, Mia, and this led to harassment and threats towards the Glamlite team. This influenced the company's decision to limit online interactions, turning off comments on their social feeds, and with the lack of response from the Glamlite team during this entire thing, many consumers were left wondering and criticizing the brand of ripping off their customers, and they were calling for a cancellation of the brand. Like, this entire situation could have literally not happened if Glamlite had followed these simple things that I'm about to highlight, what they should have done differently. So number 1, Glamlite should not have gone dark. While it's understandable that the rhetoric coming from consumers was very, very disturbing, some of it was very disturbing. And it's understandable that, the company would want to take a 5-second breather to kind of take in the information, see what was going on, and to investigate what was going on. They never should have gone dark on the entire situation. They shouldn't have turned off commenting, and they shouldn't have turned off their mentions. They should not have taken that approach and that step. And honestly, let's talk about point number 2. They should have, within 24 hours of the video coming to light for them, because they were made a light of the situation, within 24 hours or whatever happened, within 24 hours of finding out about this entire situation, Glamlite should have posted a response. In the fast-paced environment of 2025, where viral videos do happen, having a prompt response to controversies like this is like damage control. It truly feels like every single company alive in 2025 needs a specially devoted team devoted to public relations for their company. Like, that's not a joke by any means. So in the fast-paced environment of 2025, where videos happen, where situations can literally go viral overnight, and controversies can go viral overnight, the more time you take to respond to a controversy, the more time people get enraged. They start posting things. They start commenting on your videos. They start commenting on your literally everything, and it escalates the situation faster and faster. And if Glamlite had responded to the controversy within 24 hours of finding out about it, they would have been able to avoid a lot of the comments, a lot of the Reddit feeds, a lot of the social media disdain if they had provided information about this entire situation and discredited the original poster from the beginning. Because now people are coming onto TikTok, they are coming onto Reddit, they are coming onto all of these spaces where Glamlite was literally thrown a lot of shade, and they're like, look, that's not how the situation happened. The OP, she lied about the entire situation just to go viral. The Glamlite lip kit controversy honestly highlights the challenges that brands are facing today in the digital age, where conclusions about a situation can quickly escalate and have widespread repercussions against a brand. This is a situation that went completely out of control within 24 hours, and people were very outraged, but Glamlite, they did not remedy, they did not provide proof, they did not do anything within 24 hours to 48 hours of this entire situation happening. They waited over a month, which resulted in all of the backlash that they received. And these types of situations can quickly escalate and have widespread repercussions, especially when one side of the facts are known. Like in this case, we only knew Mia's side of things. And because Glamlite, did not respond, a lot of people were jumping to conclusions, and they were just saying Glamlite needs to be canceled. And they didn't wait for the response from the brand. Since Glamlite has shown evidence of their professional and prompt response, it has led many to wonder why Mia, the original poster, would do this to tarnish Glamlite. And the ultimate conclusion has been that all she wanted to do was become TikTok viral with a controversy. That's been that has been the community-wide consensus since everything came to light from Glamlite about the entire situation. But it leaves me to question, as a marketing professional, just as a general consumer, is it really our place and responsibility to hold brands accountable? Like, is that really our place? I can remember a time when a product or a company would receive a bad review, and it was not the end of the world. But with the evolution of social media, specifically TikTok, where the algorithm is very much more attuned to virality, the landscape of customer reviews and product reviews has drastically changed. And it's also drastically changed the way that consumers respond to these seemingly bad customer service, situations, and just quality control issues in general. And it really has changed the entire landscape of how we used to let companies do their own customer servicing, case-by-case basis. We weren't really informed about what was going on with these case-by-case things. And now everybody knows everybody's business because it's all going viral on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram Reels. One viral bad post can send shockwaves through a brand's business, essentially paralyzing them and causing irreversible damage, whether true or false, which was false in this specific situation. In 2025, social media is changing the way that brands, large and small, need to operate. Honestly, I truly feel passionate about the fact that in 2025 and beyond, as social media becomes more prominent, as TikTok is obviously still around, brands need to focus on or add to their social media marketing teams a person who is well-versed in public relations. Public relations professionals are trained. They are well-versed in how to address situations, specifically like the one that we saw with Glamlite. And they know how to de-escalate a situation professionally and promptly. So in a time when social media is very, very active, one viral video can essentially destroy a brand. It can destroy their reputation. And brands need to be proactive in situations like this because it's not the same landscape that was happening 10 years ago, 20 years ago, where it was one bad review and not very many people knew about it. People are taking to social media for the prospect of going viral, for the prospect of getting noticed by the brand so that the situation can get remedied faster and more in their favor. And brands need to become more proactive with these types of situations because it's very reputationally damaging when a situation like this goes viral. So I'm going to finish off my eyeshadow real quick, and then we will close out with my final thoughts on this entire Glamlite situation. Overall, this entire situation is a learning experience both for brands and consumers. Consumers should not be so ready to jump to conclusions about situations that we only know one side of the story. And brands need to be more proactive in situations where a customer is dissatisfied with what's going on in this situation, and they've taken to social media and it's gone viral. Reputation is everything. That is something that I learned when I was working in cybersecurity, but it applies to more than just cybersecurity concerns. It applies to customer service. It applies to quality of product. Reputation is everything for a business. The damage is done. Mia's video, her defamatory, slanderous statements have done damage to Glamlite, even though they ended up being completely false. And now people are coming back and defending the brand. But at the end of the day, now this is something that people are going to start talking about because maybe they don't know the full story or they didn't catch the second half of the act. They only saw the first half of the act. But at the end of the day, the damage has been done. So there is a breakdown of the timeline of the whole situation with the lip kit controversy with Glamlite, as well as my unfiltered thoughts and opinions about this entire situation and how I feel it's a learning experience, not only for Glamlite, but for other makeup brands, for other brands in general, not just in the makeup space, and also for consumers. Hear the full story before you start jumping to conclusions and making accusations about something that you only know one side of the story to. I hope you guys liked this unfiltered video, and I hope you consider subscribing so you can see more from me. I hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye!